Thanks for watching UWBadgers.com. I'm Patrick Herb here in Camp Randall Stadium, where we are just 2 days away from Saturday's showdown between number 18 Wisconsin and number 1 Ohio State. I'm standing now in an empty student section that promises to be rocking on Saturday night come 6 p.m. The Badgers look to end Ohio State's 12-game win streak and put themselves in the thick of the Big Ten title hunt. We were there after Thursday's practice when head coach Bret Bielema met with the media.
Well, I thought the kids have had a really good week of practice. From an injury standpoint, everybody should be on board. Weren't any issues coming out of last week. Just an update, Chris Borland actually had surgery yesterday, so everything went good there. Actually was good news coming out of the surgery, better than what they thought. So he'll come back, be back for the game on Saturday and start his road to recovery. And then I'll just open it up.
I guess just with Chris, as far as recovery, how long are you looking at?
It is, the surgery they had today is probably a 6-month recovery, or yesterday had a 6-month recovery. Unfortunately, he's probably going to have surgery on the other shoulder as well. So it's something that they can't do that until he gets full function of that, the shoulder they just had surgery on to go forward.
Which means once he has that other surgery,
it won't be as long. It won't be a 6-month window.
So he's still planning on playing
next in the fall. Yeah.
A couple things about Ohio State that are a little bit strange. Their sack total is down this year compared to other years, and they had problems on coverage, at least against Miami. Is that a little unusual for them?
Well, I think they're breaking in some new guys up front. You know, they lost 2 really good players, but the one thing that I think is, everyone wants to talk about their personnel. Ohio State's defensive scheme is very unique. It's unlike anything else in our league. They're not only from a talent level, but just the scheme itself. They're 3-4. They're very multiple. They move people around. Hayward lines up everywhere and creates issues. In the back end, they play a variety. They're cover 3, they're cover 2, quarters coverage. They basically do a lot of different things in the back end in addition to man free. So they mix it up, and it gives a lot of diversity that makes it very difficult preparation.
Barry's obviously had success against Ohio State. Do you ever talk to him directly about that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We're about to in about 15 minutes. He'll have a chance. He's, I believe, 3-4 even against Tressel. Before
3-1 against Tressel.
3-1 against Tressel. So yeah, 3 out of 4. Yeah, they a little bit changed. As far as the way their offense is the same as it was then, but somebody that he had a lot of success about. And even going back to when I was his coordinator, asked about that and his approach, and kind of mirrored that same stuff, especially this year.
You haven't talked to the kids at all?
Yep. That's what I meant. Like 20 minutes, he'll speak on Thursday night.
So did he do this before the last 3 games?
No. Coach, I think when he first stepped into the new role he's at, was very cognizant about staying away from the coaching aspect. We talk all the time about different things relating to the job, but very few times about X's and O's. And I think it's an aspect that he really enjoys now more so than ever. So he talked to the team before the season started, and then we were talking earlier in the week, and he brought it up, and I definitely encouraged him to get a chance to talk to our guys.
I guess the reason I ask is because if you would have spoken, you'd be 0 for 3.
No, exactly. So. No, he didn't talk specifically. I think the only time he talked to the team, other than for a specific game week, was against Minnesota, maybe 2 years ago.
Do you think you got to convince your kids they can win? Is that an issue?
No, I don't. I think because of the way they played, I get it, what you're saying, but they've been in these games, they just haven't been able to pull through. And my emphasis, we don't have to do anything erratic. We don't have to change up a scheme or think we got to trick them into anything. We just got to do what we do better and for longer. And one of our main things this week is, if it's 60 plays that you're going to play on Saturday, we need 60 good plays. Because Ohio State will find the 2 plays that you break down on, and you'll end up losing the game on those plays.
Who ran the scout team quarterback?
It was a combination. We had 2 guys. Jeff Lewis was a guy that we popped in there, our tailback that did a good job in simulating that, and then Drew McAdams has been kind of imitating all along any of our spread quarterbacks.
Who did you see specifically from Tyler Dipple to want to get him a little more involved?
Great motor, really wants to be productive, and just sometimes those kids, when you can get them a fresh set of legs on the field, especially in those situations that we're using them. So I've been happy with Tyler. I think he's really going to come on. I think he's going to be a good player.
Is his weight down a little?
A little bit, yeah. He went through a tough deal with when he lost his grandma, and basically missed about a week and a half of school and football.
Takes is being away from
I think, and he didn't eat right, and he's lost a little bit of weight.
Don't forget that Saturday night's showdown is just one of many things going on campus here this weekend that promises to be an exciting one. Starting with ESPN's College Game Day broadcasting live from midfield here at 8 a.m. on Saturday. We've also got ESPN Radio, ESPN 360, ESPNU's College Road Trip, and UW Fieldhouse Madness, where the men's basketball team is having a free scrimmage at the Fieldhouse. And then, of course, we've got Saturday night's showdown at 6 p.m. Stay tuned to UWBadgers.com for complete postgame coverage, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Hearts race, pulses rise, and you know it's game time. Order your season tickets now.